Okay. Alright. We did it, guys. We ate the food. Whoa, hey, buddy. Sorry, my cat is just, like, really hyper right now. Which is a bummer, because I've got to work. Well, I know, you just want some attention and for somebody to spin your wheel for you, even though you literally can do it yourself. You got it so that you could. I'm not actually that annoyed. I think it's really cute. I love that he loves to interact with people like that. It's like his favorite thing to do. If we have guests, they go, "Oh, what's that big wheel?" And Dante comes like sashaying over, like, "Oh, I see you've noticed my wheel. You should spin it." It's funny. It's his favorite thing. We haven't had a lot of guests recently though because we moved and we don't really know anybody out here yet. So, yeah. Mm. He is really affectionate right now. Hey, buddy. I know, it's very distressing that I'm not going to spin it. Why are you so hyper? You were so calm 2 minutes ago, and now that I'm sitting down to do something, you're like, no! Now's the time! Now's my chance! Sorry, I'm giving him some affection right now because oh my god, he's so cute. Oh, he's drooling all over my hand. Why? What are you doing, buddy? Why do you like it when I percuss your booty, huh? Why do you like it when I smack it? Get patted on. Get patted on. Okay. Okay. I love you too. I have to start working. I'm late. Okay. La 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 la. So I'm trying something different today. I'm in the middle of transitioning my whole streaming thing. So I am making a VTuber model, which is not here yet. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be this design either. I'm simplifying it down quite a bit so I can learn how to use it. I don't know if I'll come back to this yet or not, but even if I do, it'll be different still. And excuse me, you'll see I've got two chats now, two whole chats. One is for YouTube. Ow, hi, hello, and the other is for Twitch, because I'm multi-streaming. I hope it works. I don't know why the Twitch chat keeps saying "Welcome to GrossGiirl's chat room" over and over again. So that'll be an interesting thing to figure out. I feel like I used to know the answer to that, but I don't know it now because I haven't streamed on Twitch in ages. Why does it keep you know what? I'm gonna take that moment. I'm gonna take that Twitch chat reconnecting. Um conflicts. Okay. Okay. I can fix this, I think. Cuz if it's browser cache, that shouldn't be the thing. I just cleared it recently so I could buy an airplane ticket. Excuse me. Could be whoop, whoop, VPN. I should have blurred that. Oh well. Why does it think I'm in Seattle? I'm not in Seattle. Maybe that's the problem. Let's. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we good? Are we still live? I think we might be. Okay. Hi chat. I'm just getting some new things in order. Dante, my cat is purposely tangling. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Himself with my wires. It's always right when I sit down. It's always right when I do this. Okay. Blah 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 blah. What was I doing? What was I doing? Right. YouTube chat's not showing up. Okay. Yeah, there was a. I turned off my VPN, and I got a notification that OBS disconnected, so I got concerned there, but I think we're probably fine now. Yes, hello, Dante. You are being a pest. That. Did I fix it? Yes, I did. Fantastic. Good. Good. Dante, no. Why? Why are you like this? You were napping not 2 minutes ago. Ow, stop it. I know you guys can't see the chaos, but he's like climbing up on my chair, but not the back of my chair or on my lap, but kind of like right in between my back and the back of the chair, down by my lower back, and trying to get onto my desk, and then trying to climb up onto my face. He's a big cat. He's like 16 pounds. He might even be more now. I think he's gained weight post-move. He's getting fat. And is this working now? I do believe that it is. Okay, all right. Cool. We did it. I think we're good. The very last thing I have to do is just send a link to my client, Mr. Adrian, Symcox. I didn't dox him. He's the writer of this comic, but I told him I would link him once I got started, so I'm gonna do that really fast. Anyway, hello chat. How are you? I think Dante got the message. That would be great. Some of us just had a 3-day weekend. I don't think, because Memorial Day is like our army services, veterans. Wait, yeah, right? Isn't it? I don't remember what Memorial Day is for. Anyway. We didn't get to do a barbecue or anything. Partly because we don't have a grill. We're not allowed to have a grill, which is really annoying. But it was rainy anyway. We did end up going on a really lovely kind of drive around, though, and we discovered that there is a mini golf course not too far away. It's pretty close, which is nice. So we're gonna check that place out next weekend. Streaming Tuesday. Days. Is that auto link? Yes. Okay, cool. Boink. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. You know that thing that dogs do when they want you to pet them, where they sit like as close to you as they're willing to get, and then they turn their back towards you? That's what Dante's doing right now. He's like kind of within reach, but not just enough. He's being a brat. Anyway, let's get to work. We're good now. All right. So, I'm backtracking on some pages here. We went through, well, I didn't make these notes, but, Dante. Oh my god. You know what? Ryan, I would have said maybe 10-15 minutes ago that I also miss having a dog. And then Dante just threw this massive tantrum. No, I still miss having a dog. He can be very dog-like when he wants to be. Oh, don't you do it. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. He's doing his own thing now. Thank God. Okay. I don't know if you can hear behind me, but there's like one of those little toys where there's like a ball on like a little circular track. Anyway, the writer of this comic went through the first 10 pages that we finished and made some notes, and we also redesigned the villain. So we are going to go through and make those edits, touch up some pages to make them look a little bit more like the latter half, and replace our villain with the new design. So that's what today is. This is page 2, because page 1 doesn't have any characters on it. Sorry, this is page 3, because page 1 doesn't have any characters on it, and page 2 doesn't have this guy. Haha. Ho ho. Okay, so let me just, kill that, and Do I have what I need? Right. Oh, I didn't save it as a PNG, did I? Okay. I shouldn't have that up in the middle there. I'm not gonna put any music on today, because I still haven't come up with a solution that I'm very, very happy with, and now that I'm including Twitch into this whole thing, I need to do some new research. Okay. Layer. Button. Yep. And destroy. Do not save. Kill subview. Move from that. Yeah. Yeah. Now I got a smaller file. Life is good. There we go. And beefy ass arms. Just columned forearms. Okay. Okie dokie. So I started making my new VTuber model. It's not very complicated, but learning how to rig kind of is a bit complicated. So I wanted to start with one that's really simple. I'm hoping to be at a point with it by tonight that I feel comfortable putting it up on stream so that when I do it tomorrow, because I'm planning to, I can have her up. And that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. I've been meaning to do it for like a year now, and I just hadn't committed to it until the last couple of months, and I hadn't really committed to it until last night. Need to be that far over. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's funny. I really only talk to myself like this when I'm streaming. Hello? I did it on the same layer. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not important enough at this stage. Okay. Well, hey man, there's no pressure for you to have to be at every stream I do, you know? Like, it's cool if you can't make it. I'm going to do other ones. Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm just trying to move my mic without spilling my water. Cable management. What's that? Everything's so good. I had all this organization here and it just destroyed itself. Oh, what's this attached to? Nothing? Yes? Good. Okay. I'm gonna disconnect my mic for a second. I have a longer cable. Okay. All right. Are we back? Testing. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. No. You know what, Madara? That's not that. That makes sense. That's fair. Oh, that's better. I'm starting to think that maybe an L-shaped desk was a mistake, but I think maybe I just need to move my tower over somewhere else. It's just an awkward spot. I will figure that out later. That's a tonight problem. Okay. Oh, you know what else I need though is my my thingy. For my birthday, Will got me a, it's not a stream deck because it's off-brand, but it's like a stream deck where it's just like a, you know, pretty fancy micro, whatever they call it, keyboard. And it's like, it's teeny tiny, and it doesn't take up space, and like you can build up your hotkeys how you want to, and I put dinosaurs on mine, a little spaceship. It's pretty cute. Let me just... Even when I'm prepared, I'm not prepared. This is why I'm not an EMS person. Like, I would, or EMT, whatever they're called. Anyway. It's just, it's really nice. This is the VSD inside, and I like having it. I don't feel like I have to reach so much for my keyboard, because all my buttons are right here. Right next to me. What was I doing? There we go. I want him... looming. Just straight looming out here. And he's a big guy. I should really get comfortable with the muscles in the forearm so I can more accurately portray how just ripped this dude is. Any of you guys do anything fun over the weekend? I've been binge watching. Well, it's not really binge watching, but I've been watching and catching up on Severance with Will, and that's been a lot of fun. I like it a lot so far. We're in season 2. We only just started season 2. I like it. It's good. One of the things I like about Severance so far is it's not shying away from making the problems that need to be solved by the writing harder, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes you'll watch something and it gets a little predictable because there's like an easy answer, like, oh yeah, no, they're gonna do X, Y, or Z because that's just what would make sense. And oh, I wanted that face in there. Dang it. There's a few things I was worried. I'm gonna try to talk about this without any spoilers, just in case anybody here hasn't seen it and wants to, or anybody in the future watching this. Same thing. There's a few things where I was worried when they happened. I was like, oh, they would do that because it means there's going to be more content essentially for the show to continue forward if they do this. Not that there's going to be more of something that's serving the story. Those are two different things. Like, for example, adding a character that does not push the plot along and doesn't help the scenario. They're just there for padding because adding this character, we need to learn more about them for some reason. And that's not something that Severance did specifically, kind of. They did that with a twist, and it's an interesting twist, but it's one of those things where, like, how do I put this? I would say the Avengers movies that I've seen, which is not all of them, I'm gonna put that asterisk out there because I haven't seen all of them, has a tendency to do the easy answers.
we find out that Black Widow is working with some company that is maybe sort of bad, and it turns out that they weren't bad, but then they actually were, like the double twist or something like that. Like, oh, who could see that coming? I made that up, but or these two are gonna fight because their personalities are opposite and not because there's an actual reason for them to fight. Um, so I think when a show does something that's difficult, like really establishing a good reason for these two characters to be arguing, for example, and putting you in a position of kind of going, oh, I see where they're both coming from, and they were such good friends before, but I gotta be honest, the dickhead's the one who's right here. And then we're sitting here wondering how it's gonna play out because it could go any direction because the dickhead's such a dickhead that it causes problems in the plot. But the guy who's wrong uh, complicates things because he's the naturally more charismatic person and everybody seems to be picking his side. So it puts the writers in a position of having to push things a little more, making them a little more uncomfortable. But this is the difficult part for the writer, not so uncomfortable that it's hard to watch. I think a great example that toes the line into hard to watch. I think for some people it really became hard to watch, but I disagree because I love it. Barry did an excellent job with this balance of really messing with expectations and going in directions that you can't really totally predict. And when you do, it comes with a caveat. Like, I knew that would happen. Oh, but I didn't think it would happen like that. Oh, man. I knew that this would go this way. Oh. But now I kind of wish it didn't. It's so good. I love Barry so much. I'm really hoping that we do finally get to see a horror movie from Bill Hader. Is it Bill? It's Bill, right? Whatever. Because that would be good. That would be very good. He's got a great eye for it. I don't love these proportions. I don't love these proportions. That's okay. I'm making it up as I go. Why don't I love these proportions? His deltoids are too small and his biceps are too long. That's why. Okay. That's why we have a model. You know? Oh, that's kind. That sounds good. KFC and ice cream sounds really good. I feel like having them at the same time would be an awful lot like having fried ice cream, but more chicken flavored. No, you should definitely take the chicken and break up the bits into your ice cream. But only if you're getting vanilla. I can't imagine it being any good with anything else. That's not true, actually. I bet you if we had it with like a cherry, it wouldn't be too terrible. Because, like, I mean, I love putting cranberry sauce on my turkey sandwiches, you know. Don't ever take food advice from me. I'm totally joking too. He's starting to get too big in the frame. I'm feeling like he is, but not his head. His head is too small. Good. No. Yes, cancel. Oh my god. Thank you. Scottish tablet ice cream. I don't know what that is. Hang on. Like a cookie bar? Oh. Oh. It's like shortbread, but sweeter. Okay. Okay. That sounds good. For those of you in the future who are not reading the thing that I'm reading, Scottish tablet ice cream, according to Google AI, is a rich, creamy dessert that blends premium dairy and chunks of tablet, a traditional crumbly Scottish confection made from sugar, butter, and condensed milk. Like shortbread. Wait, no. Shortbread has flour in it. Like undercooked toffee. Like crumblies. They're like crumblies! Oh, dang, that looks good. I want to try that. I'll have to see if anywhere around here. I mean, I bet you I could make tablet. That doesn't sound super complicated. You don't even understand, dude. Like, I fucking love toffee. I love toffee so much. I know that this isn't toffee. It's just, like, light, comparatively, and literally the color. But I love a good candy crunch. Sorry, I'm just making sure I have some of these things in order here. Where's that thing? It is there. Okay, cool. It'd be really cool if I could figure out how to set up a window to show. Oh, wait, you know what? I might be able to. Hang on. Inspect. I see. Okay, so current address. Let's try. Can I change this? Oh, this seems dangerous. Hang on a second. I'm going to try something. Sorry, I'm messing with OBS for a second because I wanted to see. I realized I cut myself off while I was explaining. Can I set it up so I can actually see both chats at the same time rather than just occasionally looking up and going, oh, who's there? Who goes? Oh, dang it. Copies. So let me just copy this. Okay. And inspect. Okay. And did that work? Or did I break something? Neither. Nothing happened. Okay. This sounds like research for another time. I'm going to go ahead and just do what I was doing before and pop out both chats and just have them hanging out. So let me just bring those back up. You there. And oh no! I clicked the wrong one. Let's try that again. Okay. And setting. Pop out. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh, so sorry. Excuse me. Ah, okay. I'm waiting. There's always a third one. Okay, maybe not this time. Thank God. Okay, cool. Those are huge. Okay. What? Hey, what is happening here? Hang on. Sorry. My windows are out of order again. Okay, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that everything's going fine and not have all these string things up and get back to work like I'm supposed to be doing. I am distracted today. I got maybe the worst sleep I've had in a long time last night. That's not true. I've had worse sleep recently, but I could not get to bed until like 3:30, and then I tried getting up at my normal hour and I couldn't, which I, to be fair, haven't been able to for weeks now. And ended up sleeping in until like 10, so got a really late start in the day, and I'm not feeling super jolly. Actually, that's not true. I'm feeling very jolly. I'm not feeling super put together. The ADHD is real today. Okay, let's shrink you down a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe aiming this to where the head's the size it was in the original sketch would be better. I'm not at my top today. My hope that I can sort of fix that tonight. I'm already having less coffee today. I've only had one mug, and that was hours ago, and I'm avoiding getting another one. I really need music. You know, hang on. I'm just gonna unplug my headphones and plug them into my phone. Oh wait, what am I talking about? I can just turn off desktop audio. Like a smart person. Desktop audio. Boink. Music. On. Thank God. Okay. That sounds better. I feel like the last several times I've streamed, it's been while I'm in the middle of completely losing my mind, which has just been fantastic. Okay. I'm just trying to picture holding a book with one hand and like really leaning it towards yourself, because that's kind of what he's doing. It's not a book, it's a tablet, but it's, you know, same purpose. He's reading. There we go. Trying to see my hand the way that he's holding this, and he's got one fewer finger. It's kind of it, right? I think this is probably accurate. It doesn't need to be perfect because this hand's basically going to be blocked out. But I want the references, what little bits of information we're going to get from it to be accurate. So that way it's not just confusing to whomsoever. That's actually not bad. Okay, okay, cool. Jeff and Casey Lee Williams. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Hang on. Because I'll take Rex, but I'm not going to be playing anything on the stream just because of, like, you know, copyright stuff. Even stuff that I've put on that's not copyright still gave me notices. Like, it might be, are you sure? Yes. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard gave permission to play at least one of their albums, no matter what. Same with the... Oh, that's right. I had a couple of people on Bandcamp I was listening to. I should do that. I should play that. But hang on. So, Jeff and Casey Lee Williams. Music for... Oh, Ruby. Yeah. No, Ruby was big when it came out. How do I get rid of this bot message on my thing? Anyway, yeah, I never really got into Ruby. It just never really clicked for me. And I'm super picky when it comes to 3D looking 2D stuff. But it was pretty big when it was still updating. How do I delete messages on Twitch? Hang on. Got a spam message and I would to delete it. There's no trash can. Do I have to do it on Twitch? That sounds annoying. You guys are watching me learn this online, like, live. I know what I'm doing. I'm definitely not a boomer. Because they're all dead. I'm the new boober. Am I not live right now? On Twitch? Did it die? Oh, no. Yeah, it's there. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. I'll have to figure that out later. Hmm. No, yeah, that makes sense. I think that's kind of their core demographic at the time too, was people who are already fans of their stuff. I don't actually know how well it did, other than the fact that I knew that it was popular enough that like I would just run into it on my dash sometimes. Yeah, hand's pretty good, but it's not accurate because his palm isn't thick. So let's take care of that. Dang old big old boy. Thick. Yeah, yeah. She's got a tree trunk attached to a barrel, and that's who he is, guys. I wanted him to be kind of like a menacing, evil Dave Bautista. Like he reads books, but he'll grab your face and rip it off. Yeah, I heard it sort of fell off a little bit, but I don't know that much. I never really got into it myself. Um, that was like what, 2009 when it came out? 10? I don't think it was quite after I graduated. – 2012. Okay. I guess it was after I graduated high school. Could have sworn. That work. It does. It's just not the right proportions. La 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 la. Can you tell I've not drawn this design a lot? Because I've not. That's okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for how I'm gonna block this in, because I'm definitely being pretty inaccurate with the lighting for dramatic effect. Pardon all the ums and ers. I am mid-thought. How can you design a motherfucker like this? That's a good question. I think the real question is, how do you get a clear vision? And the answer is that you write it down. It also helps that, like, the first iteration of this design, the writer I'm working with, he drew it. He's a really good artist. And he already had like this vision of having this sort of classic. I don't want to sum it up as just like 80s or whatever, because it's not fair. But very Don Bluth, very I got like Thundercats vibes from it a little bit. Like it had a certain mum rawness to it. But definitely very Don Bluth, definitely very why can't I think of his name? Just out of my brain. Anyway, and it was just really cool, and so we bounced off of each other on that, and I pulled in some of my own inspirations and we landed on something I think we're pretty happy with. Be careful of his design from the front because those cheekbones don't quite. Actually, that's fine. Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna look like a horse jaw, and I don't want to give him a horse jaw. He is a beast, and therefore he's got the biting capacity of a shark or a pit bull or something crazy. One of the things I want to kind of evoke is this sort of like jaguarness, leopard, something. So that's partly why I push the cheekbones with the big round eyes, because anytime I think of like a leopard, it's that like wide-eyed, high cheekbone. And then just, they're so cool. They're so pretty. I love them. I love them so much. Anyway, here we go. Oh man, I don't know. It's a spam thing and I couldn't get rid of it. I haven't used Twitch in so long that I don't know what settings I have there any longer, and so I might as well just stop streaming at Twitch, to be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and just until I can like figure out what to do with it, so I'll just turn that off for now. That's fine. We'll just return this to its big boy status. To its big boy status. Excuse. Wrong one again. Everything is backwards. Okay. There's a lot of crazy UI things on Twitch. It's pretty intense, but I started talking to an artist who multi-streams on there recently, and some of the stuff that he can do on it just looks so fun and interesting, and I kind of want to do that. But also, you know, I if I'm going to be using streaming as a platform for marketing, both myself and this comic, I need to know. I need to understand how it works. So, and having the extra capacity of working on more than one streaming platform would just be pretty helpful. Block that out. Is his hand too big? This hand is actually not too big. If anything, his shoulder is again too small. Yeah. Okay. Like most of the Twitch drama that happens is from like pundits and reaction channels and the types of people who, when they go on there, pretend like they're doing one thing, but actually they're just trying to show you their boobs. I think all of the online art drama, like real art drama, comes from like TikTok and YouTube. I guess there's some on other social medias too, but I feel like those dramas are less about the art and more about the person behind the art, and therefore it's not art drama, it's just drama. And sometimes it's not drama, it's criminal. Because there do be weirdos. There do be weirdos. I guess his hand would be maybe too big for this tablet. Wrong layer. I'm only going to be taking these as far as roughs. I know these are technically roughs now, but I want to make this as clear and concise as possible so that when I present them, it's communicated thoroughly, and so that I have less work to do when it comes to inking. There's less guesswork. As I get more comfortable with this guy's design and how I'm going to approach sort of visually directing him, it will be less of an issue to work looser and to communicate less. And I kind of want this guy's introduction to look menacing, so I'm trying to give him kind of a skull appearance. Like death is reading this book. It's reading Kafka. He sure is a bug. Wow. Aren't we all kind of like that in this working environment? I've actually never read Kafka. I probably should. I mean, like, I love the concept of the man turns to beetle. I think it's kind of cool and interesting. I have been intending on reading more. I restarted Watership Down before we moved. I haven't gotten back into that yet, so maybe I'll do that again. But I kind of want to read something new that I can kind of learn from too, you know? Speaking of new books though and reading, I did pick up a new comic recently. A new series anyway. So Will and I have been reading it together, which has been really fun. But we picked up Dork. And I kind of adore it. It's great. Really good pacing. It's definitely worth like studying, but it's just really charming. I love the action. It's just very animated. It's fantastic artwork. It's just beautifully done. It's really nice being back on the wagon of like wanting to buy comics. I never really was all that like super into them. Like I did buy them when I was a kid. But I think a lot of my intrigue was more in individualized stories and things, and so like I read a lot of web comics because they felt different than picking up like Batman issue number 211A, the storyline in which Robin is a goose. When did this happen? Well, it started in 1976, but if you read this one, this one, this one, and this one, like it was just webcomics and certain indie comics were just way more accessible to my thinky dum dum ADHD brain. Like I didn't want to have to do I didn't want to have to like go to a library and learn the Dewey Decimal System in order to like figure out which of the many artifacts is the first comic I should read. That's what it felt like. And I just wasn't huge into superheroes. I liked Batman, but only because of the animated series and beyond. So I wasn't really into the comics, and I didn't know that they had comics for the animated series until last year. which was an awesome find, but part of me laments for my baby child, you know, my little mini me in my brain. It's like, I wish I had this when I was 7. I have it now. Then that's cool. But anyway, it's nice being in this position now where I appreciate all this as if it's all totally new again, because it kind of is. I think getting into comics and getting into comic art, it's been really stupid. Not that it's been like a bad thing at all. Quite the opposite. Very much the opposite. But there's an episode in South Park where the kids all get abducted by aliens, and they find out that the planet Earth is actually one big reality TV show, and that the universe doesn't function the same way as it does on Earth, and like everybody comes from a planet that's the exact same as themselves. So if you were like a dog, then you come from a planet where there's only dogs there and only the things that dogs like. And there's a moment where I guess Kyle eats some food and he's like, wow, this is really good. I don't know what this is. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you must have ancestry from this planet. Of course you'd like that. I feel like Kyle in that moment of, of course you'd like this. It's in your blood. This is you. It's destiny. It was always going to happen. You kind of secretly always wanted it to, but you never indulged in it because you thought you were going to do something else. You were wrong. You were so wrong. You can't beat it. Destiny calls. You're into comics now. Haha. Yeah. Do I like the lower one or the higher one? I think the lower one. No, it's the higher one. It's the higher one. Okay. I rewatched Plague Dogs the other night with Will. He'd never seen it. It's so good, but oh man, is it a downer. Dare I say, it's rough. Well, I never finished my thought as to why writing down your idea to lock into a concept is good. I think it doesn't have to be written down. Just having some kind of an understanding outside of your brain of what you're going for that's not just a sketch. Because, like, concept sketches are awesome and fun and good. But even they have to start somewhere, and sometimes I like to just sort of like make a mood board or collect ideas of like what's inspiring me for this thing. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just go in like and like totally raw dog the experience, trying to figure out like as I go, which is fine because when I'm on my own doing these things, that's a decent workflow. But when you're working with other people, it's good to have something to help expedite it. And I think not relying on the natural currents of your brain exclusively is a good way to do that. So if you have some kind of journal or singular sketch or collection of inspirations, an outline of the character's personality and what you want people to get from him, that kind of thing, can really help. So for him, I was looking at the original sketch from my collaborator. I was looking at I'm gonna mess up his name. Is it Shanyu or Shenyu? The villain from Mulan. I forget his name. I mean, because he's a perfect villain design. He's not just a twisty mustache guy, but he also fits that mold very well, so he could do both, and it's great. And who else was I looking at? I was looking at the 1970s 2D animated Smaug, that dragon from not the Bakshi one, but the Rankin Bass Hobbit, because Bakshi did the other books. And I was looking at other people. Who else was I looking at? I was kind of looking at Ruger. Was it Ruger? What's his name? From Quest for Camelot. He also had a great design. He deserved a better writer and a better movie. He was fun. It was weird. I'm pretty sure he was on meth. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some of the music I was talking about earlier that I got permission on Bandcamp for. Yeah, because I asked them, and I was really nice about it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me see. Who do I want to hear first? La, 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 la. This one. I'm actually not sure if I asked about this one, but we're gonna do it anyway. Woo, that's loud. Haha, sorry. Let me turn down my volume. There we go. That's still loud. Wow, that's still very loud. Where is the volume control on Bandcamp? There isn't one. That's fantastic and annoying. Okay. Wow. This is Project Fantasia. I believe this is the first album of it by Prismatic Collections. It's very good, and I'm going to link it so that you guys can check it out, because it's worth it. Like so, I am able to do that. How's that? Any better? How's it going? How's California? Guess he would have to have massive fingers too. I might be making his hand a little bit too big here too, actually. Cool, 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 cool. So this music is kind of heavily inspired by mostly JRPGs in general. I think I haven't done a lot of research into this, but you can just, you know, aesthetically it's definitely trying to sound like generalized anime fantasy. You know, there's dragons and stuff, there's magic. It works for that sort of I mean, it sounds to me an awful lot like the Dot Hack Sign series, just because of the sort of medievalness of it. But like listening to this again after having just listened to the music that I have on my own, like in my own library collection, it sounds so much like Knights in White Satin by the Moody Blues, which is not Japanese JRPG music. It's like proto-prog rock or whatever you want to call it. So it's really weird hearing some of these sweeping motions and think, Knights in White Satin. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Never reaching the end. Oh, okay. The letters I've written, never send, 'cause I love you. Like, even this one here, it sounds like another song on that album. And I'm really curious if the musicians behind this are aware of that, or if it's like an overlapping, like, evolution of, inspirations. Like, what's it called? Convergent evolution or whatever. Now he just looks like he's expecting, like, Mom said it's my turn to play the Xbox. That's what he's saying. I don't like that. Maybe I should put the other arm down. Nah, an arm worked. It's just... I think I'm thinking too hard about this. I'm gonna just scoot this over. Pivot. Uh-oh. Did that fix it? Yeah, kinda, yeah. Cool. Gonna check on YouTube and make sure it's not getting mad at me for playing music. Oh, dang it! I didn't mean to close that tab. Whoops. Is that this one? Whoops, indeed. Alright, so no notifications from YouTube, so I think we're probably still good to go. Okay. Let's see how much I can get away with covering up with spot blacks. Okay. The answer is a lot, so that's good. It's kind of working. I don't think I've actually listened to this album all the way through. This one's kind of funky. I'm curious if YouTube will give me trouble for some King Gizzard. I'm just gonna take a quick second to look up which of the albums they've released into the public domain. Let's see. Polygon Wonderland. I'm just gonna double check that properly because that was from a forum. No worries. I'll catch you next time. I'm trying to do it more often. Love you, Dad. Bye! One of these days, I'm gonna get him to try to do this with me. It's gonna happen. He doesn't have a choice now. Save before I forget. How long have I been going for? Why won't it tell me? Oh, right there. Just about 2 hours. I need to take a quick pause. I need to stretch my legs a little bit and, hi, cat. Use the restroom, take a quick break. So, I'm gonna pause here, and I will be back in probably like 5 to 10 minutes. So let me just give the old muty moot. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I am thinking of changing the music, so let me...
I woke up in the morning, the sun is setting right above. Sadly, I did not get any rest.
Trying to remember what the other
But who am I to stop here?
music...
Made it
It's not
through the
Bandcamp, is it?
toughest storm, a sleepless night. It will not bring me down. I spy.
Hang on. Oh, I know where to find it. Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it. Okay, oh my god, I found it. I couldn't find it before because I was looking on Bandcamp, but it's on SoundCloud. Okay, so this is Seth Boyden. He made this album Challenger. I'm gonna go ahead and link his SoundCloud. But I asked him on Instagram if I could play his music, and he said, yeah, it'd be cool. So, you know, that's nice. That's real nice of him. And we're gonna play. This is another one where it's like the idea of it is to sign in. Oh, come on. Okay. It's a designed around a video game that doesn't exist. There we go. I'm gonna turn this volume up a little bit. And I'll start working in a second. My cat is up here being a pest. Get off my lap, please. Alright, what are you doing? Oh, don't fall. Goofball. Tyrant's doing his daily checkup number 1. It is now after 4 o'clock. So this is about the time that he comes up to tell me, hey, you should consider maybe giving me dinner. But also, hello. Hello. Yes. Pet me? Pet me. Dinner's not for another 2.5 hours. He will continue to check in with me throughout the rest of the evening until it is time. I gotta look up some references for forearm muscles. Everybody's showing off the big meaty parts. I just want the stringy... What, the extenders, I think? No, flexors. It's the flexors I want. Wrong side of the arm, but maybe it'll give me the right answers. Nope. Okay. me and Big Sleepy. Oh my god, someone just rotate your arm for these photos. They're all showing me the inside or the cool side, and I need the other side. Try it with exercises, maybe it'll give me some tendons, please. Alright, this guy's giving me something kind of workable. Ugh. Thanks, Google. I love it when I look up the word photo and you give me illustrations. That's fantastic. It's very good. It's exactly what I wanted. Alright. Alright. This is actually kind of helpful. Is that the inner arm? That looks like the outer arm. Okay. So that's from about here. That actually looks like it's the inner arm now that I'm looking at the muscles on the thumb there, but... Okay. There's the outer arm. Can I get another angle, please? I know I'm just talking to the void right now here. Just trust me when I say that looking this up is annoying. So it's when I'm not looking this up that I find all the best references. Alright, well, I'll just hint at some kind of flow and it'll be fine. Alright, you're being extremely affectionate. Getting hair all over my face. I gotta brush you. This isn't right. I have to make his mouth smaller or his eyes bigger. I'm gonna go with eyes bigger. It's too flat, too. Wonder if I can get away with making him hiss. Getting there. Okay. Yeah, my proportions were off. Oh, bless you. Oh. You got something stuck up your nose, buddy? Oh, so many. Oh, you spat it all over the window. Gross. Okay, no later. It's icky. What you get for shoving your face into the other cat? They were play fighting, but Tyrant's shedding like a lot. I think some of the hair got stuck in Dante's nose. He just had a sneezing fit. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. It was funny. Tiny animals sneezing is just really, really good. Maybe this is too scary. Like, the original idea is angry, but this is like maul your face. I'm gonna do it anyway, and if he wants me to tone it down, I will. That's fine. That tones it down a little bit. It's just like the idea of him, like, baring his teeth, like, really getting up in there. I curl his lip up a little bit, but I think that might be a little too far. I want to save, like, the good faces for when things start to get real. Can't unload that too early. Maybe I should trim it just a little bit rather than kind of a lot. His jaw too wide? His jaw might be too wide. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. Dang it. Okay. It's been more like a 3-hour stream. I'd love to go longer, but I think life is starting to happen at my apartment, so I need to give my poor, cooped up cat some attention and take care of some chores before I wrap this up and send it out. So, thank you to everybody who joined me for the stream. I will catch you next time. I am aiming for tomorrow, earlier in the day, so keep an eye out. I'm gonna try for Twitch again too. Hopefully, I'll have some time tonight to kind of go through it and see if there's stuff I gotta do, like how to use it again. So, alrighty, ciao, everybody.